Hi guys, welcome to another Movie Crew review. Today we'll be reviewing Weapons.
The movie stars Josh Brolin, Julia Garner, and Amy Madigan.
So, it's 2:17 a.m. and all but one of the students from Miss Gandy's class mysteriously go missing in this horror thriller. So we're going to start the review off today and I'm going to take us away. I really enjoyed the mystery of this film and the thrills that it gave me. It's more on the thriller side than I'd say the horror side, which I enjoy personally. I think that the way the story is told is what makes it so compelling. It's not so much in like chapters or a linear story. We're kind of seeing the same time frame, but through the vantage points of different people throughout the story. So you got Archer, who's a dad of one of the students played by Josh Brolin, who's trying to find these kids, and actually real creative use of Ring cameras come into this film. I found it really good and really enjoyable the way that he's actually looking for the kids and deceiving and trying to get all the information that he needs from police and then put that all together and try and work out where they've gone or what they were trying to get to. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it, and also seeing the teacher. She's not like a perfect person, and you can see that she's struggling to deal with this tragedy that's happened because obviously the parents have just blamed her. Whether or not it is her fault, you have to watch a film to find that out. They all lay the blame at her, and you could see how it affects her life and like the negative choices. She's not like the perfect teacher person of the film, so she's like a realistic character. But I think that you meet all the people by the first hour of the film, and then you see how the choices play out. So I thoroughly enjoyed that aspect. Little bit of spoiler territory, but not really. There's a character that comes into it the first hour. Her name's Aunt Gladys, and she is the most weird-looking person. She's got this red Annabelle-looking haircut, and makeup that looks like somebody shotgun makeup on her face with, I don't know, Homer Simpson. It's just terrible. And she's just, the second she comes into the movie, you get the creep vibes. She's just a real kind of a person. It's just hard to explain without, look, maybe there's pictures down here and you can see what I mean. She's just a weird looking lady. And it's just, the second that comes in, you go, okay, yeah, I know what's happening. I know what's going on. So that's pretty much like the last chapter or last person's day that we see before we get the whole picture brought together. So I enjoyed the suspense. I enjoyed the thrill. And even some of the other people, like Benedict Wong plays the principal, and the storyline and what happens to him is actually quite interesting because you kind of see his end of the story and then you see how it got to there, and then that kind of like brings the whole story full circle. I'm trying not to give too much away because I don't want it to ruin it, because I think, and this is another thing that's my opinion, this film is good on a first watch, but it doesn't seem to lend itself to future watchings like other horror films where you go back and look for the nuggets that you may have missed. This doesn't seem to give too many nuggets until we hit that point in which it gives you all the information. So I'm not sure about on future watches, but at least for a first watch, if you go in without knowing the information, I think you'll enjoy it a lot more. Moon?
So I think the movie, like when the movie came out, a month prior, everyone's saying is that this is the best horror movie, the greatest horror movie. And I'm always skeptical when people say that. I think I really enjoyed the previous movie by this director, Barbarian. I think we both loved it.
Yeah.
And so when it's not the greatest horror movie, like that bar is just way too high, but I really enjoyed this movie. So it's like John explained that it's like we get different perspective, like the chapter sort of chapters, but like then we seeing what happened. So when I saw the trailer, I saw the plot is like when like in this TV show Leftovers, people disappear. Here just one class, like people disappear, so it's just one kid is remaining there. And so the plot is involving this particular kid. And so first we get from the teacher's perspective, Julia Garner. I think she did a great job here. Um, she's not, like John said, she's not a perfect teacher, a character, but she's bit she has her demons, like she has done some stuff, so that makes her more compelling. And she's always just drinking alcohol because everyone is sort of harassing her because they think the kids are from her class, so she had to had got to do something with this. And I love like every aspect. There's I have a uh, there's one thing I didn't like about this movie. Even though I was loving like different perspective, there are two particular. One is a police guy, and one is a druggie. And I don't know what it doesn't actually add much to the movie. They are in there in the end, but I think it just added more time to the movie. If I would loved if we have done more with Josh Brolin's character maybe. And by the way, he is so good. Like I don't see him like I don't think I've seen him in a horror movie. I might be wrong, but I don't see him like a guy who'd get scared by a clown or anything. So I was a bit shocked to see him. He got startled in the movie, and I was like, okay, Josh Brolin, he can get scared as well. And as John pointed out about Gladys, Amy Merrill, like you are a lovely lady probably, but my God, when I see her in the movie, oh my, she scared me. I have like real fear of clowns, and she resembles a clown perfectly. But it's like George Jones said, it's not a horror movie. It's more of a thriller, and the story is very basic. It's just like told in different perspectives, so it makes it a bit complicated. But at the end, it's a simple story told in a very good manner. I just wish that we just didn't go too in depth with some random characters and just it just added so much time to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to agree that the only point of the drug dealer is to get to the policeman
Yeah.
where he needs to go. But at the same time, if we cut out both the stories, a policeman and pretty much the whole department are trying to find these kids. So had the end scene, I'm trying to be vague because I don't want to ruin it, but had Julie Gardner and Josh Brolin's character entered the place they do and found the police officer there without like that 20 minutes of the film,
Yeah.
still would have made sense,
it
and I would have
makes-
enjoyed it probably more, to be honest with you.
True, it sort of leaves a
drags
bit of
it out a bit.
suspense to like why would that happen? But yeah, it drags a bit because of that part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just because the other thing is it's like one after the other.
Yeah.
So it's like we see the cop and then we see the drug guy. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's broken up. Like maybe if it was like her, then the cop, and then Josh Brolin, and then the drug guy, maybe it would have interested me a bit more because I have the characters I'm interested in versus the characters I'm not interested in. But look, it's overall it was still an interesting watch. But the film can only really be told through these characters. Like
Yeah,
to tell it as a linear story, it wouldn't work. It'd be too because you know the game from the start. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
true. If it's linear story, we have to start with the kid, I guess, because
Yeah.
we get him at the end. I think his perspective is probably the best because that kid is really good, man. That is like a bit of a spoiler here, but like he plays the part very well, and like when he's with Gladys, that like I feel for the kid, and yeah, I think he did a great job as well. And yeah, it's just that one bit. I think because all the other characters are sort of linked to what happened, but those two characters are just not linked. So
Yeah.
that's what I think stuck out there.
And the shorter a horror film is, the faster you get to the point, the better it is. So
Yeah.
prolonging
Yeah.
it's not going to do it any favors in this department.
Yeah.
Okay, Moon, shall we get to the scores?
Yep, sure.
How many weapons are you going to give this out of 10?
I go 8.5 weapons out of 10.
I'm going to give it 8 weapons out of 10. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click like, share the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.